Right. Oh, here we go. What's going on, guys? It's Flows here from the K10 ownership hit team, and ready. What's going on, guys? It's Flows here from the K10 ownership team, and I'm just here with a little update on all things K10 because I know recently, from the outside looking in, it looks like things have been getting a little bit hectic. So we thought we'd, bring out a little video to explain to you some of our thought process behind some of our recent decisions and what's been going on. So starting off, of course, just 2 weeks ago, obviously you would have seen that we parted ways with our CSGO team. This is not an easy choice that we made. It was not easy at all. They've been very good to us. They've had some decent results. Obviously, they qualified for that Beyond Summer event, had a very close game versus ITV, one that arguably we could have won. Obviously, we went to LAN. Disappointing result there, but it is what it is. We had loads of fun, and they were really on board with all of our content that we were doing with Grizz. And they were great guys, and of course, they were the first team that this org, ever had. They were the first team that Finn brought into K10. They were the genesis of K10. So having to let them go, essentially, it was a tough decision. But unfortunately, we have our business plan, and we know what we want to do as an org, and they no longer fit the puzzle. They are great guys, and they are still looking for orgs. So if you are an org owner and you're watching this, go pick them up. Originally, we did have another CSGO team lined up to take their place. However, I think we all know what happened there. They're now playing under a certain org called Arctic Raptors. But we will be looking to re-enter CSGO at the beginning of next year. But we're not in a rush to do anything in that regard. We're going to take our time. We're going to find a team that works with our business plan. We're going to find a team that works with what we want. And we're gonna, we're gonna go out and get them. We're not in a rush by any means. We're not gonna make the mistake that a lot of orgs make of just saying, oh, there's a team, we're gonna pick them up for the sake of having a team. We want a team that's gonna deliver on our content. We want a team that's gonna be marketable to our sponsors, to our investors, which we're gonna get to later. And we also want a team that's also, they're gonna win. We'll be looking to come to Epic and do some European lands next year, such as Copenhagen Games. But obviously, what team we have, we'll know soon. We're talking to a couple of people right now, but nothing is set in stone. Moving on, of course, just yesterday at the time of recording, you would have seen that our Valorant team has also parted ways with the organisation. This was also quite a difficult one because Valorant, it has been really good for us. Like, we were really on the edge about getting into even another game outside of CS, let alone Valorant. And then that Reborn roster came along, and I'm good friends with Rudy, and I know of Prophet and Stempy from CS. And I kind of looked at that team and I was like, if we were going to go into another game, this is the kind of team that we would want. So we bit the bullet, we signed them, we got them out to Epic. They had some decent results. I mean, Epic, they came 5th, which isn't bad. We would have liked more. But at the end of the day, LAN's LAN. We had great fun. Again, they were on board with our content. We had some great conversations with the boys. I think even with the disappointing result, we all had a great time. Online results were here and there. We did okay in leagues. We did okay in the Goose House. Didn't fucking qualify for Lakewood. We're not an org that's going to drop teams on the sole basis of results. Unfortunately, there were just several internal issues with that team, and so once again we had to make the difficult decision to part ways with them. I do want to give a massive shout out to everybody who played for that team because the absolute grind they put in was amazing. A shout out to Rudy, Stempy, Prophet, Darb, Cam, Walty, and even LJR, even though he only played one tournament for us. All of you guys have been good to us. But at the end of the day, if we don't make the tough decisions, we are just going to become another UK order, get stuck in the doldrums. And with Valorant, we're still unsure if we want to re-enter. We're kind of just going to sit back and see what the seasons look like going into next year. We're going to see what beacons look like going into next year. If there is going to be a beacon, what teams kind of form around it. We do have a couple options on the table, but nothing is set in stone right now. Let's just put it that way. Moving on, I did mention earlier, investment. Yes, we have been able to sign our first kind of director and investor to the organisation, who we announced very, very shortly. This is a massive milestone for us. K10 has only been around for 5 months. Me and Taz, and we've only been on board since the end of September, early October. So to be able to get an investor, to be able to get another director in such a short space of time is amazing. And even with the shortfalls we've had with some of our teams recently, he has been very positive responding to what we've been saying. So the future's looking good in that regard. And obviously we've been able to secure with that more financial investment, more resources that we can put towards our team and put towards our content. So he's going to be announced very, very soon. That's a massive milestone for us, and I think it's something that some other UK orgs have kind of struggled with is securing financial investments, securing sponsorships. But one of the things we really sold them on, one of the things that we've been seeing a lot of people on, is our content. As you would see in the run-up to Epic, we were able to get the Val team in front of the camera quite a bit, just giving their thoughts about Epic, giving thoughts about roster changes, about some of the teams they're going to face. We were able to get a little bit of Carter from the CSGO team as well, and of course Taz and Finn got in front of the camera, which was a bit awkward. But yeah, one of the things we've been trying to do differently, right, is because we've all, me and Taz especially, and also Finn, because he has been, he does observe a lot of UK sports. We've come from orgs, or we've seen all the shortcomings that a lot of the grassroots UK orgs have had, and we want to not fall into the same pitfalls. Basically, one of the big things that pretty much every single amateur org, grassroots org lacks, and something that I've only really seen Coalesce kind of capitalize on, is content. There's no content. There's no YouTube videos. There's no quick memes. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing at all. And that's something we've been trying to change. Now, creative content is something that we've struggled on a little bit, just due to some things that have been out of our control. Some to do with the team, some to do with us. But we have been able to, get videos out there on a consistent basis. Like the announcement videos that just, as I say, the Valorant places talking from the camera for a couple minutes about the goals and aspirations. And of course, we had Grizz, by the way, shout out to that guy. He's awesome. He came to Epic Land to do our kind of documentary style vlog where we got all the interviews with the players, we got all the footage in the LAN hall. It was loud, it was noisy, it was amazing, and we're going to be doing that for every single LAN that we go to, whether we use Grizz or myself or Finn, because we both have cameras as well. We're going to be producing videos like that for every LAN, and in between LANs we kind of want to ramp up now our creative content, the fun videos. I've got a big spreadsheet with loads of video ideas on them. We're going to be making them as soon as we can, as soon as we have the people in to do that. And with that, we of course are going to be expanding our content team and our creative team. So what we're going to be looking to do essentially is bring on a graphics designer to help me. We're going to bring on a social media manager as well to kind of help build our brand. Of course, we're going to be looking to bring on a handful of content creators. With the content creators, we're not just looking for people who, press go live on OBS and that, right? Streaming's all well and good, and it's a very important asset to a brand, but it's not the only thing that a content creator can do. If you have a good personality, what we want to be able to do is build that brand for you with K10 by making videos with you that showcase your personality, but also promote the K10 brand at the same time. Case in point, what Coalesce are doing with their Creator Versus series. Shout out to Canny. Love that guy. We want to be able to showcase our creators' personality. We want to get them in front of the camera. We want to get them doing stupid shit on camera, on YouTube, just playing stupid games or whatever with each other. So when it comes to selecting the content creators that will be representing K10, it will be a little bit more of a vigorous process than just saying, oh, you have 120 followers on Twitter and you get 40 views on your Twitch stream. Welcome to the org. We've got to be very heavily kind of looking at people's personalities and how we can work them into videos and produce more creative content, and how later down the line we can intertwine our content creators with our professional teams to, produce both the creative content, the fun content, and also some of the more serious stuff. So for example, we could have a content creator interviewing one of our CS players. But that's something that's in the pipeline. It's something that's going to be kind of out in the public in our recruitment process very, very soon. So look out for that. Overall, going into 2023, we're feeling good about ourselves. I know it might not look the best publicly with the announcements of the departure of our teams, but on the inside, we're feeling very, very good. We've got our investment, we've got our business plan. We're speaking to teams. We will be definitely back in CS next year. Whether that's with a UK team or a European team, that's still yet to be decided. We're still having those talks. And we are also looking at a couple other games like Valorant again. There's options on the table there, like R6, a game that, if you know me, I do like. I've had a lot of success in R6 with Hollow Point and with Jaegers, so it's definitely something I'm keen to get back to. It might be a little bit quiet on the front right now, but trust me, there's going to be some noise fairly soon.